Okay, guys, I'm here with a message. And, you know, I have been called every single night by La Luna and Mars to go and hang out there and spend time with the light in this transformation. Guys, my biscuit boo is literally sitting here on the ground. He's crying at my feet like he wants me to pick him up and hold him up here. I think we need some dog time. Hold on, guys. What? Come here. Why you be so cute? You can't sit up here. You want to say hi? Here he is, guys. Here's Biscuit Boo. Oh, I know. Okay. You can't sit up here, though. We'll go snuggle after. Go. Go lay down. Guys, I gotta give him a treat. Just hold on. I think I thought about that patterning right there. I felt bad that I couldn't pick him up, so I gave him a treat. Then I thought about that patterning. See, this is what's really happening. We're being shown and reflected back patterning that we've created here, and we're analyzing it. So we're using the energies of Virgo to analyze things within, but we're also being given the patterning of New Earth, Aquarius, but we're connecting to through everything through the energy of the All and Pisces. It's quite an expansion, and guys, I'm here. Oh, I'm torn apart. Like, I swear, I can feel old Earth. It's like old Earth, the energies of old Earth and the patterning of old Earth, and is like squaring off with New Earth and the patterning of New Earth, and it's like they're like leveling out. They're doing this thing. They're showing me like this pattern flipping with this energy, and it's just the way they're expanding with each other. They're connecting, and the energies we're transmuting them, transforming them, creating through them, with them. But wow, like, am I ever being reflective where I create without, and where I need to go within, and where I need to honor body and where I'm not honoring body? And I'm having a battle about this right now. I'm actually having a battle, being thrown back to a time last year when I could barely move. I was doing detoxification. I was doing work with my chakras. And I got so sick. I was overexpanding so much. And I just got so sick, and they didn't know what was wrong. Like, I went to the doctor. I ended up seeing a Chinese MD. And I got acupuncture, and through the journey of over a year nursing myself back to health, but still, of course, being here because this is part of my healthy patterning. But also learning to balance that, because I do a lot of work here, and I also have to balance what else I am doing for the work here with the collective. And you know, it's so much of it is how we treat our body. It's taking the time and slowing down, and how do we treat the body, because it directly impacts the mind. And the mind, we need to heal with this so we can use the knowledge to our best advantage, so we can see clearly, so we can do what we need to do in order to expand. And that's why, like, the swords energy is key right now in the shift, and understanding, like, air is what moves us, right? Water heals us. I even thought about this today. So I was washing my hands. How healing water is, actually, for real. Fire inspires us and helps us to transform. Well, everything really inspires us, actually. And we know that the earth is what grounds us. It's what we materialize here. Now, they've shared a message here, and it's happening through the Three of Pentacles. We know that the moon and the sun are here. We receive this within Mars going retrograde, because we're restoring balance through the masculine and feminine. Our spirit and our soul. They've shown me this is connected to the Three of Pentacles, and they've asked me to share this message. And the Three of Pentacles right now is connected to wish fulfillment. Now, Here with the Three of Pentacles, we're working with the energy of the sun and we are expanding. We're working with spirit. Here, within the Nine of Cups, we're working with our soul. We're working with the moon. We're working with the feminine. So here the masculine, here the feminine, and this is how we're expanding right now. And they wanted me to see the Three of Pentacles so bad, it fell out in another deck. So we're going to share the message. Okay, you know what? I can't, guys. Guys, I just can't. It's going to... Like, where are you going to go? Do you see this? Sometimes I give up. Like, I swear, like I said, nothing's happening in this house. Tell us sit down to do this. Thank you guys for being patient and understanding. It means so much. We're really healing, learning how to heal from that active charge. Mars, aggression, force, conflict, healing with the masculine energy. Okay. All right. Was called today to try finally my daily adrenal support that has holy basil in it and ashwagandha, and holy guys, woo! I'm feeling something else. Wow. A sorcerer's apprentice wearing an earthly green patterned shirt sits thoughtfully at an old wooden desk. Behind him, set in a stone wall, is a large, colorful, arched stained glass window featuring 3 pentacles worked into the design of the glass. The studious young man holds a quill in his hand and is patiently creating an amulet on the parchment before him. Always wondered what he was creating. The pentagram that he is drawing is a representation of the forces used for the manifestation of his magic and is a symbol for his spiritual development. Well, they also shared the message of magic, so wow. Thank goodness. We're on point with following our synchronicities and signs. Now, even though the young man is still an apprentice, he is using his talents wisely and creatively. The apprentice is gaining a quiet and solid satisfaction from his work and advancing his craft. On his desk are more tools of his trade. A bottle of ink, a burning green candle, a clutch of fresh herbs, and a bubbling bottle of a magical potion. I wonder what that is. An enchanted cat with emerald eyes sits compassionately by his side. Actually, it's companionably, and I didn't even know that was a word. But apply whichever one to your situation. Watching over the young man while the golden smoke from the spell candle wafts upwards. In time, the apprentice will become a master of his craft, thanks to all of his hard work and dedication. And that's what we're doing. We're becoming masters of our craft, of what we came here to do, to build, to create new earth. Because we're on mission work. This is about hard work. Success being attained through focus and hard work is a positive card of progress here. The talents you will bring success to you and help supplement your income. This is also a card of self-employment, apprenticeship. Many of us are entering apprenticeships. Now's the time because we're starting to build new earth. Guys, I've said that many times, but this is what's happening. And you know what? We probably thought it was going to look way different than what it is. This is my favorite part. It's like, even too, like watching people getting lost in what's happening without. It's like, we don't get lost in this. This is part of the process. We, as twin flames, well, what? We came here to create in the energy of the opposites. We've already been practicing this. We're creating love from fear. We're creating happiness from sadness. Wow. Like, this is what we're doing. So we're creating through this. This is beginning courses working, entering new job training, a course of magical study, a new degree. I love how they say it's connected to your coven, but it's hard work. We're no longer in sloth mode. We're no longer lazy. This is understanding that it's the work that's getting us home. It's what's making us deserve. It's connected to our divine inheritance. And it is where we add the positive charge to the negative situations, and we're no longer in sloth mode. We're using energy. We're in movement, but we understand, we honor the balance. There's time for stillness, for regeneration, for intimacy. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yes. And understanding the difference between intimacy and sensuality, and then lust and addiction and the devil energies. Because see, it's just like this little patterning. It's like we just start, and then we're right back into this patterning of old earth. That's how fast it can happen. And it's like we're creating with our patterning over here of new earth. Then we shift back. Then we create back over here, and then we shift back. And it's just like, you know, we don't want to stay here going forth to the lower vibrational things we just got away from, right? But sometimes we go back there because we're learning through repetition. We just remember we got to come out of there. This is about being woke. This is about being conscious. This is about actively using our new patterning. Being like actively able to say no when your gut's telling you something and you know you shouldn't. Or actively being able to say yes when you know your gut's telling you something and you should just do it. Actively being able to understand this is a message from the divine, from the universe. Understanding, no, this is not. I don't resonate with this. This is ego. This is of old self. This is of victim templates. This is connected to addiction, the devil energies, unbalance. I'm going forth. I'm creating with the balance through self. I'm understanding through self. I'm implementing all of this through self, new ideas, creative thought. Ooh, applying the masculine energy. Ooh, I'm going to go from point A to point B. I'm going to expand over here. What do I need to learn? Maybe I need to learn some math. Maybe I need to brush up on my reading. Maybe I need to brush up on my reading skills. I need to work with time. It's a tool though, right? Okay, so here with the Three of Pentacles, we're working with the Sun. Now, they also just shared a message with me, Fruit Fly. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that means. It's like fruit fly spirit, and there is a spirit for everything, and I wonder what it is. Okay, Sun, spirit. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. Ooh, I love it. Thank you, Martha Graham. The sun is at the center of our lives, just as it is traditionally in the astrological chart. This is why the placement of the sun is the most significant. The sun is our spirit, our personality. It represents, along with Uranus and our connection to New Earth and Aquarius, the golden ages, the animating flash of life, signifying who we essentially are. It is also the need to express who we are. In ancient belief, the sun is the god among all gods, whose name leads to Amen. It's the word at the end of a prayer. Ooh, that's why that feels so good to say. And guys, we all have to heal from what happened maybe to us through a bad experience in a religion. But we're healing through that and we're honoring this. You know, it's like this person reached out to me. It's like, I was talking about Starseeds and indigo children, and this person reached out to me. They're like, don't go down that path. The occult opened me up to bad spirits feeding off me. Go to Jesus. Hey, yo, bro. Jesus is part of my spirituality. Jesus is part of my spirituality team. I've healed with the religion. I've healed with the Roman Catholic Church and where that experience that was reflected back through me and it was painful growing up through my whole entire childhood. watching the war between my father, who was moving away from organized religion, and wow, what was going down, right? Like, you were not allowed, it's like you were not allowed to be self, right? You have to be self, you have to honor self. And what I saw reflected back to me, and it was like that my father honoring within himself the Native American way of, you know, if you want to call it religion, I don't even, spirituality. That's what it is. And honoring the fact that he felt connected to the earth and to the spirits and the animals and to life. And like that was reflected back to me through childhood. Church was Sunday afternoons or mornings, pretty much mornings, more often than not, in the back of my dad's pickup truck. I always loved the macaroni salad. The greatest times of my life. And my dad saying, you know what, I don't need to be sitting in church. And guys, there's nothing against church. This is my story, to resonate with it or don't, to learn, to expand. Don't twist it. And my dad said, I don't need to be sitting there listening to, you know, sometimes like a lot of it was how we were going to hell. You know, it was like, I want to be out where God created this. God created the earth. God created the mountains. God created the grass. God created the bugs. God created the animals. I want to be with God on Sunday. I'm going to be with God. And back then you got Sunday off. And boy, we should honor that again, a day of rest. Because remember, creation, 6 days of creation, and the 7th day was rest. And that's why I call it the 7 days of creation, because here on the channel, because I was honoring that. And boy, speaking of that, going back in time, looking at some of these old episodes on the channel, who was that person? I don't even recognize myself. I can see how much ego I was still in, like how much fakeness I still see of myself, and not my honoring my true self. And like feeling so good to sit here and like feel like so much like me, of who I really am in like the private, and like being able to spread those layers open to be vulnerable here with you guys. Because guys, this is the funny thing. Not everybody wants to be on YouTube. Like, I did not plan to be on YouTube. I told my brother when he told me I was going to be on YouTube, I was like, pretty much like, F you, bro. I ain't going to be on YouTube. I ain't going to be on YouTube. I'm going to be on my yacht, hanging with Jay-Z and Beyonce, working downtown, businesswoman, Sarah Jessica Parker, but having more fun like Kim Cattrall. Yo, wasn't I wrong? I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. Okay. Guys, I'm not joking you, so I did not get any interruptions from my phone. I turned everything off of it. I don't even understand how it's still ringing, and it's not just a camera, and I hate technology right now. Better freaking add some positivity to my negative charge. Transmutation. Probably a sign, though, that I was like, yeah, I was really going on a story there. Come back. Yes, but my experience that I had is much different from my life. My dreams failed and did not come true. I experienced much pain and lost many people along the way, in order to open up and expand and to be completely ripped open and have reflected back to me what I needed to see, what was important and what's real. And it's not what it looks like, it's what it is. It's the truth. And some people just can't handle the truth. Yes, we can sugarcoat it, but sometimes the truth is just the truth. And how else are we going to evolve if we don't look at what it is? Okay? Now, this is the sun in the tarot. This is connected to leadership and showing majesty and where we're going in New Earth. Okay, now we're going to move. This is the power to get things done, but we're gonna go deeper into this later. Okay, guys, there's a future reading. Stay tuned. Now, the moon, soul, and now we're honoring the feminine. We've honored the masculine. We're honoring the feminine. All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it is planted. Saint Teresa of Avila. What does your gut say? The moon asks. This is all about mystery. feeling the hidden messages. The moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placement by sign and house indicate those areas to which we are the most emotional or sensitive. The moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. And this is why we really need this energy to advance to where we're going. We need it. Now, in the astrological chart, the moon is our soul. It shows the intimate side of who we are, representing security, the home we grew up in, and the need to hide away and recoup our energies. This is like a cold winter day, wrapped up in a blanket with a nice bowl of soup and a tea, a latte, a good feel-good movie. Ooh, that sounds good. But it's sun shining outside and I gotta go inside before winter comes, because where I live, it's winter like 19 months out of the year. Okay. The moon shows us how we respond emotionally and what we feel most deeply. Some believe the moon represents who we are in secret and also memories from who we were in past lives. It's the connection to our innermost selves. About this matter, do not be shy. Allow yourself to shine. No wonder why. Guys, I feel so connected to La Luna. We know the connection here with the channel. We would not be here if it wasn't for La Luna. So, you know what? It's also connected to what we keep concealed, and it's the connection to the High Priestess. Dreams, the soul, the dark night of the soul, memory, the past, wisdom, and deep love. We need this. We need this energy right now. Once again, we're going to go further into that, guys. My ears being hit. My ears being hit. There's a deep connection to the message we just shared. It's to be honored. And it's connected to, here we're using magic. We're using this energy, okay? The divine child is present. We know this. It's a 33. It's a manifestation number. The essence. The symbol represents the infinite intelligence of the Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. The invitation. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are responsible. Yeah. I was called to say that. We're taking responsibility. But all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance in synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is true because they even shared a message to me through the channel today. I was doing some work, and all of a sudden, I didn't even remember doing this. This is how funny, how quickly I forget everything in my life, I swear. And then it comes back. And I forget it, and it comes back like a boomerang. And that's really a creation technique in order to create within the void with new energy. Like, you know, some people struggle to do that, but we can get to a place enough in our expansion where we don't struggle to do that anymore, where we can empty our minds, let them go completely blank, not worry about the fact that we're going to lose our knowledge, create completely with a blank slate, create anew, and then have all this knowledge boomerang back to us, but at a different level. And it starts really getting pretty spectacular once we start really creating at that space. It gets a little scary at first, but right, we're facing our fears. We're understanding this. And we're understanding that our signs and synchronicities are symbols and omens. That's the magic. That's the divine in the ordinary world that's not so ordinary. And we're lucky that we see this. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what the next action is to take. Right now, it appears that you're on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. And this is really seeking the feminine energy and like listening to it from the gut, not from fear, because we are healing our instincts, that active charge of the mind of conflict. No, we understand we're listening to our gut, our instincts, the feminine. And then look, we honor it, because then we have to expand it with the masculine. Like, you know how many times like our gut, the feminine, told us something and then we didn't honor it with the masculine energy? How many times have we done that? And then we go back to repeat that lesson, just in a different circumstance that's quite similar. Because we're following our synchronicities and signs. The medicine. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, for you are part of the story of the world. A living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. Okay, guys, we need... Tomorrow's here. Tomorrow's here. It's not like, oh, I gotta create all that stuff 20 years from now. We're creating it today. Tomorrow's here. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of your out of the blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and is in everything, and this is truth. And this is why I've never, ever let anyone kill that spirit within me. It's like being a wild horse that cannot be tamed, okay? And I refuse. And it's caused a lot of conflict within my life. And guess what? I'm healing from that because I recognize I gotta be me. And you know what? That divine child has allowed me to always see the wonder and magic and connect. And honoring what's instinctual got me here with you guys. Like I said, I never thought I'd be reading the tarot. Now they shared, we're working with the King of Wands, the masculine energy, the fire power, and it's connected to the Eight of Cups, and we're working with our roots. And you know what? We just received the message of everything's burning away right now. Mars went retrograde and everything's about to burn away. Well, look what's burning in the background. From the 8 to the 2, right? From our inequality, from hierarchy to equality, support, connection, community. Guys, who knew today was going to be a day of reading? I'm called to share both of these messages. And thinking back to going back and starting this channel, speaking about all this today, and you know, I could barely even read back then out loud, because it was something that I had to learn how to do and expand with here at the channel. And now I'm not even thinking twice of, you know, these are such beautiful messages that we get to receive here that are helping us to grow and expand. The Eight of Cups, the card of a new reality. There is a deliriously intoxicating energy that surfaces when one has created their dream. Even if you loved it, the striving is finished. You have created something from the first cup. Enjoy what you have created before starting again. Chakra message. You have reached a conclusion and may not yet have imagined anything beyond it. It is okay to enjoy what you've accomplished by seeking spiritual solace. So now we're gonna seek spiritual solace. Indication, you are not necessarily being unappreciative. It may simply be the time for you to be you again after a long journey. And there's a message there. Meditate on that, guys. Meditate on that. Keywords: splendor, expansion, resonance, repetition, karma, departure. Repetition, karma. So are we going to repeat our karmic cycle, or are we departing? Are we expanding? Are we in splendor? The choice is up to us. It's about our perception. Meditation, so we can sit quietly and imagine posing as the woman on the card. In your mind's eye, see yourself experiencing personal enjoyment from an accomplishment. And this is preparing to reach for our dreams and bringing them to fruition. So we're going to bring them to fruition through the King of Wands. And let's see what the King of Wands has to say for us. Straight to the page, I like it. The center of the sun. The strongest desires burn with most heat. The strongest of wills burn brightest, and heat always rises. I am the height of my very self, the pinnacle of everything that is possible, the achievement of all things. I am everything that I ever wanted to be and more, and I am a master of all. The four worlds are at my fingertips. All skills are in my knowledge. I have seen the world, and I have heard all of its songs, met all of its people, loved fiercely and deeply, adventured beyond the limits of my perception. There is nothing I cannot do, nothing I do not want to do. I live on it. I thrive on it. I am God incarnate, seated upon a sunlit throne, the center of the universe. I burn as brightly as the midday sun. Once you have beheld me, you will never forget me. Now, this is a very big message. And I'm feeling a little emotional and sharing it. Okay. It's like in old earth, like we pray and we pray and we pray. And I'm just going to say it like this, guys, so we understand we're shifting. It's not to start hating on, oh, she's saying old earth and she's saying new earth. No. It's just like an apple's an apple and orange and orange, because we're talking here. We need to understand some things, okay? So it's just like we're praying to God to come and save us. But it's like God's not just going to come down here and come and save us. We're going to save us through understanding we are part of God. We are part of creation. Now that doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'm God, I'm better than everybody, I'm gonna just go and I'm just gonna destroy the planet, just gonna destroy everyone because I'm better than everyone. No, we're healing from that selfish charge. We're healing from understanding that a lot of our creature comforts are causing harm to the planet. We're understanding that our separateness and overindulging and feeding our impulses has left us feeling empty and separate, and we're feeding in the wrong space, and we need to feed in the right space. We need to feed with the light and the divine through following our synchronicities and signs. So we follow our synchronicities and signs, and we expand with the light, and we move self. We move self. That is the energy of the chariot. That is the sacred geometry that you see on the chariot so many of the times, Metatron's cube. The masculine and the feminine energies combining to move us forward and expand. That's connected to the Fibonacci sequence and spiral. It's all connected. Everything's all connected to the one. This is why it gets so, I find it so funny, like when people start, no, that doesn't fit there. Everything's connected. Everything. And Spirit knows. Spirit knows. Okay. So, we're going to expand because we're going home, and we're going to get ourselves to where we need to be through following our signs and synchronicities, through mastering self, self-mastery, alchemy, magic, speaking with the divine through the universe. Now, the themes and concepts, the strongest, most passionate desires need to consume, experience, mastery of everything. A charismatic leader, shining confidence, being the center of the universe, egocentricity, the master of the self, a selfish, outgoing person who must be the center of attention, pinnacle of achievement. So is somewhere in here we have reached as high as we're about to go. Now we're going to create a new. That's the message. Okay. See what's happening here so much. I'm feeling called to go this way, so I'm going this way. Eight of Swords. We're freeing ourselves. Yes, because we're restoring balance. There's the Eight of Cups right here. So we're restoring balance. We know that's what we're doing. Between the dark and the light, the masculine and the feminine. Old earth, new earth. Whatever way you want to look at it. Old patterning, new patterning. Where we've been to where we're going. There's the Eight of Cups and our connection to the message we just received. And look, that's connecting us to the Princess of Cups, love, through the feminine energies. But the child is here. This is magic. Look, she's creating with magic. She's creating with wonder. She is going to help free us from here. And that's connected to the Eight of Pentacles. And I love this because the Eight of Pentacles is connected to the 3. You can see he's working away on the 3. In formation, from the 5D to the 3D and the 3D to the 5D and beyond, we expand. Okay? We're going to gain clarity when we are in our regeneration mode, where we are resting and recouping in stillness. There's going to be a clarity we're going to receive, and it's going to be on how to move forth through the earth and create anew. This is connected to the new beginning here, the Princess of Coins. And it's healing from our sorrows. Spirit is here, and 5 plus 1 is 6, and we know this is where we connect to the 2 cups. But reunification takes 3. The connection to spirit. So the masculine's cup, the feminine's cup, and spirit. The connection to the divine, to source energy. Okay. We're going to heal, and we're going to heal through the earth. The Queen of Pentacles is here. Remember, the King and Queen of Pentacles are helping us to expand, and we're about to have a new moon in Virgo on the 17th. And then we're going to enter Libra season. Look, there's the Lovers right there. As well as, then we're going to have our autumn. In between. Ooh, my favorite time of the year. Autumn is here. So something is coming together, the masculine and feminine, and it has to do with the Emperor and healing from that 5 of Wands active charge. And look at that. This is where we do it. We add the positive charge. The 9 of Wands is here. The masculine and feminine are working together. We've restored balance. All the positive charge to the negative situations. That is what we're doing here. We're going home. And look, we connect to the 3 cups and we expand. And we're offering with that connection to spirit. There's the 3 cups we just discussed. And the High Priestess is here. And we know. That's our connection to the feminine, our soul. And our soul is honoring spirit. And our spirit is honoring soul. Okay. Now, what's being activated here? Where am I called to go here? Sacred geometry. What's being activated? Guys, I only feel called to use these cards at certain times, and that's how I know something's going down. (963 hertz, true state of being. And look at that. To connect to our true state of being, true self. So this is connected to the ancient healing frequencies. All right. We have 3 cards. Let's see. 852 hertz, intuition and wisdom. And look at that. So we can use both of these frequencies in order to expand with. We need our intuition and wisdom and our true state of being. Okay? Because we're about to lay a foundation with the masculine energy. This is working with the Emperor. It's connected to taking hold, inevitable change. And that we're doing through the pineal activation, awakening the pineal gland. And this is working with the masculine and feminine energies. And we're doing this in order to restore clarity. Okay, this is the 8-pointed star. This is helping us to see what we need to see. And 639 hertz, reconnection of relationships to self and others. So we're going to connect to self, and we're going to expand here to our true state of being. And this is going to allow us to connect with others that are on the path of New Earth, that came here to expand with us, that are going home as well. Awakening the pineal gland. I awaken my pineal gland to strengthen and enable its full potential, to stimulate my clairvoyant abilities. This is what the masculine is working on right now. And remember, this is honoring as a feminine, if you're joining me here, that you're doing this within you, because you have masculine energy within you as well. But it's just all to what degrees are we balancing our energies within us, because we're all unique. The pineal gland is a tiny endocrine gland that sits within the brain cavity. It produces melatonin, a hormone that affects sleep and sleep patterns. Sacred geometry. Within our entire universe, from the macrocosm to the microcosm, everything functions within a spiral formation. From the spinning of atoms and gases to the spiraling of shells, pine cones, sunflowers, shells, and some animal horns, to the spiraling of the inner ear, DNA, the chakras, and the spiral of the arms of the galaxy. And guys, I love this stuff so much. I even bought a coffee mug. I thought I had it right here. I bought a coffee mug. I love drinking with it. Okay. All right, Nicole, come back. This spiral is an orderly energy which keeps the harmonic ebb and flow of all of life as we know it. Nature has mastered the architecture of life through sacred geometry and math to keep order and structure within every living thing. And this is how we honor what's natural. This is how we honor expansion. And this is how we honor that we're creating harmony. This is what we're doing. We came here to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibration, guys. And thank you all for joining me to do just that. From my heart to yours. Okay? When you look at the pineal activation template, the left side of the brain has straight lines and binary numbers representing the masculine side of the brain. The right side has curves and uses the Fibonacci sequence and represents the feminine. This card has been designed to help with the pineal activation and will ultimately help with the spiritual awakening. With spiritual awakening, so that's what the masculine is doing. The masculine has honored the feminine energy, joined forces with it, and is expanding. We already know that the feminine went first and did this some time ago here at the channel. Now the masculine is doing it. So this is going to help us unite and restore balance. This is about unity at the end of the day. We have to remember. So when we have to let go of something of old earth or of old patterning or of victim mentality or of one of our creature comforts that we know is causing harm. It's the shadow energies. How do we do it? It's like we just understand. It's like there's no excuses. There's no excuses for selfishness in the golden ages in New Earth. It's like we discussed, we have our ticket. We've learned this stuff and then we get to go home. Because that's what's honored there. That's how we create there. That's how it's stabilized there. That's how we see it even. We have to have a high enough vibration. Then we surrender to that. It is what it is. Okay? Some things just arbitrary. Like, so, you know, spirituality and common sense can go together. It can happen. Now, I love when we talk about the Fibonacci sequence and spiral. Because, The right side has curves and uses the Fibonacci sequence and represents the feminine. This card has been designed to help with pineal activation and will ultimately help with spiritual awakening. It can also help develop and advance the ability to accurately make judgments and to perceive reality at a more advanced level. We need this. It will enable you to keep both sides of the brain simultaneously balanced, increasing psychic ability and third eye awakening. It increases creativity and improves the ability to retain and recall information more easily and at a faster rate. And they keep sharing with me the masculine is having a third eye activation. This is connected to number 9. The pineal gland is known as the spiritual antenna. It's the seat of enlightenment and is associated with the third eye. It sits at the 6th chakra, the center of wisdom, intuition, imagination, and the center of the inner knowing. And if you open it correctly, functioning the third eye will lead to clairvoyance. So this is all things we need to advance to new earth. And this is beautiful for the masculine. This is beautiful. So here we go. This is why they just sent us all of the frequencies, because the solfeggio frequencies that work at a cellular level will help turn on the switch, which will activate not only the pineal gland, but also the DNA coding of ancient wisdoms. This can be achieved through meditation and healing practices involving these sound vibrations. So that's why we're reactivating the pineal gland, because this helps with all levels of intuition and knowing. Guys, I'm lit right now. It's all coming together. Got some serious magic happening here. Woo! Okay. Feeling the light. Feeling the activations. I'm going to have to go deeper and read these cards later. This reading is going to be 1,900 hours long. Let's get going. Where are we going? Where are we going? Hello. 2 cards, and I know one of them's the devil, and I'm excited to see which one was underneath. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. So we're healing from the shadow energies. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's thanks to Temperance. And that's connected to the 2 cups. This is connected. There is the 10 of cups. So Temperance is doing some alchemy right now with our 2 cups. And it's to help us heal from the devil energies. And this is healing with the masculine, the sacral chakra. And we know the feminine is healing the throat chakra, the truth, and the libido, right? The lust. So from truth and lust, we are healing from. And this is going to help us recenter to our heart. And the Wheel of Fortune is here. But look, I love it. It's directly connected to the wand right now. Action. Action's going to turn the wheel. So, alchemy is happening between the fire and water energies, the mother and father energies right now in order to heal and expand with. And let's see what the message is. The answer is simple. No, we're not going there. We're going here. What is this connected to? The alchemy of the sorcerer. And the journey to the beloved. And we're being protected. We're being protected. We're being divinely protected. The Andean cross is here. And the heart of the sky. Guys, we're doing soul retrieval work right now. The masculine's doing soul retrieval work. As the feminine did soul retrieval work, now the masculine will do soul retrieval work. This is to restore wholeness and to create this grand symphony, this harmonic that we are creating to evolve here, evolve humanity and heal with the earth. The essence. This is the source of dark power. The sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Exactly what we're healing from. The invitation. When the sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance, correct your course, and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside of you. Make peace with it and choose another way. And we're doing this, all of us. Feminine, masculine, because this is the masculine honoring the feminine and working with the feminine, but the feminine honoring the masculine and now working with the masculine. We have to work with the masculine. And that's honoring the fact that these masculine energies reside within us. They reside without us, and we have to work with them. No matter what our sex. Officially. Okay. The medicine. Have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws? And this is where we actually start to sink in that we are connected. We are one. We are unified. Stop separating the masculine and feminine. We're united. We separate us to know that we're a bunch of fruits, right? We're an orange and an apple, but we're all fruit. Put us back together. Okay? Put us back together within self, first and foremost. Have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws? Yes. And the pain that you inflict on others? Yes. When you're out of alignment? Yes. Well, radical self-acceptance is called for now. Guys, sorry I answered there. Felt called to. Now, you must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones you love. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words and deeds. When you meet the energy of the sorcerer with humility, this destructive power transforms into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. It will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. So here it is. We know. From all of our messages, we're getting set forth with the challenge from the devil energies. Separateness. Are we going to create the way we always have? Old patterning. Or are we going to shift to new patterning? Conscious, woke, expansion. Being that woke ninja. Setting forth to this challenge. But we had to make a descend in order to see something we needed to see. And it wasn't like a descend so we could fall on our face and be like, ah, it was like a descend so we could see how powerful we were. It was like a descend so we could see, like, have no fears. So we could see, like, oh yeah, I had to descend so I could face these fears. I had to go there. I had to do this. I had to expand. My dog's having a drink, guys. How did the 5 of Cups get here? Oh yeah, because I was seeing this. Yeah. Okay. Now, the answer is simple. The answer is always simple, right? From simple to complicated. From complicated to simple. Just sing. Ooh, I like it. Just sing. Guys, I'm feeling very silly today because transmuting a lot of stuff right now. Trying to keep my own vibration balanced here. Turn back and say no. Start anew. So this is connected to the challenge. Okay? Reanalyzing something. Something is being reanalyzed from a different space. And we're being tested. We're being tested to say no. Can we say no to something? So we can start anew because like this isn't right for us. But we're gonna see that this is part of the test. It's part of the challenge from the devil energies, because we know if we go forth, we'll be back stuck with addiction, impulses, you know, feeding off our impulses, feeling separate, old patterning. We have to turn back, because we're gonna start anew. That's what this message is saying. And look, just laugh. Just laugh. And we're gonna detox. We're gonna continue to detox, because we're gonna move forward. We know we're not afraid. Okay? We know we're not afraid. Now, just sing. Just sing. I love it. It's the number 4. So it's connected to how we are shifting. The answer is simple. Just sing. It's time to raise your vibration and feel the joy of your spirit. Today is a day to just sing. No matter how it unfolds, no matter how things appear at the moment, or how heavy your ego may feel, just sing. This activity invites your spirit into your body and sounds it out into the world. The more you sing, the more your spirit can step forward and wield its magic. Hum your favorite lullabies or rock and roll tunes, sing folk songs or the national anthem, or even make up your own tune. Just sing all day long. Don't allow your ego to silence your song. When you sing, you wake up the angels and escort them into your life. When you raise your voice in song, you open your heart and let your spirit take over, and you open the hearts of others as well. Pay no attention to whether or not you're on key. A singing heart is a happy heart and a healing one. The world needs your song today. Don't be shy, just sing. Guys, and I'm just chuckling here underneath my breath, because it's just like, guys, I cannot sing. I can dance and I love to dance, but as far as singing, I'll never forget when I was in high school and I was singing in the shower, and my mom did not tell me. My friends had arrived and were sitting on the couch listening to me belt out full-blown ballads. And I came out wrapped out in a towel, of course. Just that insult to injury at the time. And there were my 2 friends sitting there. They were beat red, laughing their faces off, falling on the freaking ground, trying to cover their mouths not to laugh. And I was mortified. But now, like, as I've expanded and I understand life, I would never give up having that, you know, was epic. Like, I'll never forget, they were laughing so hard, they literally turned red. And you know what? I can't sing, and you know what? I think it's funny, because I've healed there. And that's the beautiful part about life. It's like you meet these people. You meet these people in life. You, like, meet these people, and the best analogy is, like, you know, the people with the grocery cart, like the grocery cart, right? And they have all these negative experiences that they haven't healed from, and they're just pushing them along. And they're so heavy and they're so bitter, and they just like, they just drain your energy. And then you see these people that it's like, no, I'm going to heal from this. Let that go. I'm going to heal from this. Let that go. And you're just so light and airy. And then it's just like, you forget even where you've been half the time. Sometimes you never forget. But yeah, we forget a lot of stuff when we move forward. There's a lot of time here to create anew. Especially when you start living within the moment. That parting the veil time. Guys, one more card and we're going to say goodbye. Where are we going here? Well, the Princess of Swords was just here. We got the King of Swords and the 2 of Swords. So, the masculine truth. Creating peace on the path of the moon, which is what we're setting out to do. This is the challenge we're being set forth with. Much love, light, and healing energy send your way to create with today, guys. I look forward to seeing you again next time, where we're going. Take care.